December set of faith. Not even the IGP, not even the CDS, not even Nanado. A warning on December set of faith. Not even the IGP, not even the CDS, not even Nanado. The Jabensa is minded. She herself is not down in Parliament on the faith or on the sin. We won the elections credibly. On behalf of myself, on behalf of Tobi Kwabenya, on behalf of Ablekumanov, on behalf of Tema Central, on behalf of Obuasi East, this is a strong warning to them. To Afenamaki, if this is what you wanted to achieve, to be retained as a minority leader, you failed. You will not be retained. We are not cowards in this country. We were not born to be cowards. The blood that runs through our veins in NDC is the blood of revolution. That revolution starts on 5th January. We are not afraid of the state of emergency. Nobody, I repeat, nobody can scare us with a second state of emergency. Nana Akufo-Addo is going. He's the outgone president of the country. Bawumia has lost. The IGP doesn't have any locals. The Mensa cannot choose for Ghanaians who they want to be their enemies. We worked hard to be voted for. Every single seat that we won will be sworn in on Parliament. Every single seat.
Well, and Penny say, as some can see about Frank as soon as or say, I'm going to say, and then you was a ban you. Mebusa, Mamma Kwaba. Wow, they will share said the aircon from Manuel Bonwa. After 7th, send I will see picture Ghana. Tell me in your comment section. I had the reason so. Your friend what they yes, shall see. Dear 10 year, Baba Sadick, and I fay Patrick Yabuama, or Kankwe Central. About 20 year koto yeno, not near my bonny BS Aquabanum. Out of 240, NDC was shared. Electoral Commission return officer say 110 for declare any uncle. And the internet inti adansi nyina ho. Na in fact Electoral Commission about one thing. Na some more be catch NDC for no. I mean etwetwe so ese wuti. In fact, Asiedu Nketia no nra Reverend Obofo mu akohia akoye Thanksgiving and some go kan no me din na bebro. How the reason so your friend what dey share. But like the video na share drop of comments. Now, where your Baba Sadick warning na what dey Ghana for the Electoral Commission say all the 7 constituencies now, omokoye recollect and I said omoko continue up the process. And my born into anko yena electoral commission. There be your fiancé as if it's in ye. Timunkoye for omokoye no edane ye no. Be main air to warning. No was it ye? Or say after 7th, womu and a bit swear in the electoral commission and yeduma. Hey, and in that 7th year, because Parliament best swear in on the seat. Sit and anajo. No mu nyina so ina for akwa me akoye president inauguration. Eti down on the sixth night. I want to smell what is going to happen in Ghanaian Parliament. This is interesting. I had the reason so. Ghana, and if I headed towards to democracy or tyranny or military junta. Here is the reason so. Drop your comments. Yentia brantieno. Ye we are the aketchen in the other torso.
December set of faith. Not even the IGP, not even the CDS, not even Nanado. The Jabensa is minded. She herself is not down in Parliament on the faith or on the sin. We won the elections credibly. On behalf of myself, on behalf of Tobi Kwabenya, on behalf of Ablekumanov, on behalf of Tema Central, on behalf of Obuasi East, this is a strong warning to them. To Afadamaki, if this is what you wanted to achieve, to be retained as a minority leader, you failed. You will not be retained. We are not cowards in this country. We were not born to be cowards. The blood that runs through our veins in NDC is the blood of revolution. That revolution starts on 5th January.
Right. Enti ene your internet world into no ye bibia nyabotre. Uboni mbegu ase. Abusa me be show video bi akere on that day. Ekwan the Electoral Commission officer ne fa so. Ma omo hye Sam George. Ekwan a the Electoral Commission fa so intimidate omo force no man declare ba no a ekoko to a odi tie waso ne tie number of polling station ene di omo ka se gina so ne declare maye. Anya to trust them. Internet world we on. So when you na ho, when you be guase, tia hase.
Media, you are all supposed to pay back. If you are there, you will hear.
But what we hear me be a nyabutro. Would the Electoral Commission return officer no hwe ni demeanor, the posture. Sam George, the bully, boys ne gunetu, how they bully the electoral officer now to declare 110 out of 240 something. This is interesting and it's a shame to democracy. It's a shame to MPs in parliament. It's a shame to Sam George as a member of parliament. I also protect prevent to say obinya bibin theater the constitution of Ghana. So this is a leader. Our friend also a member of parliament for I'm here fan. Akwa we kramira fi nimpesu ase oye shame pato wo de hwe koso na hwe ade
From 110 police stations out of 140 at the end of the election at Okankwe Central constituency, Patrick Yabuama had 14,949. Abu Baba Abdullah Sadick had 15,383. Total valid votes is 30,332. Rejected ballot is 130. Total vote cast 30,462. So from this election, this represents 110. This represents 78% of the election held at Okankwe Central. So from this result, Baba Sadick has been elected Member of Parliament for Okankwe Central. 2024.
Right. Etiabuza for say video no dey lie. We nya audio no akase obi adopter voice o da bi. Wa audio nya botre wo hwe yi. O say 140 something. O say mun declare 110. Na just say over 30 polling stations. Yan yintum yam tiase because e hono ye the strongholds of Patrick. Na wa mu bumra so say. Na we are court the also mean call. One said the entire the NDC fears to go to court, and I say they will appreciate the law enforcement in it. No, to trust them and a person replace the law. Take as some way for court and every say let them go to court, but they will tell you they are not going to court. Hey Ghana, what to about Bonio? Obin Kasemu Amofanko. Now, as some way Electoral Commission. Evidence ya mekai Electoral Commission ansa na mekwa Asiedu Nketia ne odwa nanim no Electoral Commission bosses no or commissioners na ba bonten asoma ye kan ya wo mukuta evidence ni nyina bi pato yentie the Electoral Commission na me wi a me kire wade wa
If you will recall, the chairperson of the Electoral Commission made the point that there were about 9 constituencies in the presidential election which were outstanding. But if you should add the registered voters in all these constituencies to the person who placed second, it will still not be enough to change the outcome of the presidential election. So eventually, Mr. Mahama was declared as the president-elect. But when you look at some of the parliamentary constituencies, you take a case, for example, in Eeeiii Central. Eeeiii Central has 231 polling stations, inclusive of the special voting center. The declaration was done with only 210, meaning that there were about 31 polling station results outstanding. And the report that came to us from our district office was that they didn't follow proper procedure. They themselves admitted that they were cajoled into declaring the wrong person the winner when the process had not completed. So eventually, for us as Electoral Commission...
What exactly transpired that made they themselves...
No, they were saying there are some people came around who forced them to declare the results. So if I've seen a footage from Joy News. In that particular footage, the one who did the declaration said, I'm using 110 out of the 141 polling stations.
Right. I was for one side, me say we are in the information world. It was a video I'm watching away. Let anybody respect the law and go to court. Na yen kwasi yen kofa evidence na mara na yen hwese obetimi ya wini ana se obetimi the betimi implicate electoral committee so my boni bi ana. One say asuma papa yi kan ehun video na me de ato hoi. Because how court to cry no bebusa say na wo person kire say ye wo over 200 police stations e dey na wo say wo declare 110 and one no e justifiable and you lose the case abysmally. But the NDC as usual over the truth as mpacho yentie papa
results constituting 78%, and that footage is there, and I got it from Joy News. And clearly we don't do that. We don't declare. You only make that declaration when you have made a clear statement that if even the remaining polling station were added to the second person, it will still not make any difference.
Like we saw Jim Mensah do in the presidential.
All right. The same will apply to the Ablekumanov. Ablekumanov has 281 polling stations, and 219 were used to declare. So eventually 62 were left outstanding. So when the report came to the commission said, no, that is not the proper collation. So for both constituencies, we declared them having incomplete collation. So because they had incomplete collation, commission had to go back to the drawing board. And one of the things the commission has made very clear is that we've always maintained that in our democracy, the will of the people must prevail. And we saw the will of the people prevailing in the presidential. But in this parliamentary, they were about 12. I remember we had Nketia, Suhum, Fantia Kwanov. We looked at all the issues. And we've been hearing people saying that, in 2020, when it happened in Techiman South, we told the people, if you weren't happy with it, go to court.
And I was just about to get there. Is there a difference?
No, this is significantly different.
What's the difference?
The difference in Techiman and South in 2020, the returning officer, our district officers, gave us a report indicating that all the processes were followed. They followed the processes in its entirety. But in 2024, they didn't follow the processes. So the same person who declared the winner in Obuasi East, the same person said, no, the one I declared wasn't the winner. At knife point, I was compelled to declare the wrong person the winner. And the evidence on the collation sheet, very, very clear.
Do we have evidence to this threat? No, the threat with a knife or something of the sort.
No,
Do we have evidence
we don't have the knife. What we have is that the collation evidence is very, very clear.
Which is,
you saw one of the figures for one candidate being swapped for the other candidate. So different from what the collation was showing. So what the commission is doing is that we must maintain the credibility of our system. We don't want to set a dangerous precedent. Those days, in my former life, when I was teaching international politics, there is this theory called realism. They believe that might makes right. And we don't want that in our democracy. If we are not very careful, a time will come, Mr. Kakpo, you are a candidate. You are winning, but because somebody is stronger than you, the person will say, let's declare that person the winner. And what the Electoral Commission is saying is that let's make sure we follow the law. Let's do the right things. Once we do that and people are unhappy with the right things we have done, the legal processes are there. But we don't want a situation whereby an institution mandated to do the right thing, then we sit down and say, because it has been declared and we know clearly that the declaration didn't follow our procedure, we are not going to allow that to stay.
All right, that was Deputy Commissioner Bosman Asare. And watch it, so wako school. The here so wadwene ye adwuma asema papa yi kan what simple. Ye Electoral Commission man mu ndam di tumi ama ye say adwuma we ye nwie ehon dance ye ne ye wie na wa won tia say go to court we nya to trasem we nya say ye ntia say na wo kofo we kura nti wo so mo school pa NDC for ne ma ya no mo ye tu wo to mo timi twiro mo di kura e di ankofo ni ma catch say obi catch us wo nya supreme leader no de aldi wo man no ma wo boa eye bukata nti ade NDC fo ye enti wo timi twiro mo di pa can they reason at all? This is terrible. Because the whole presidential elect, it may catch us say, obey emphasis, or kofa Techima say, it may be okasi and court. Logically, Techima case no work on. Ya is your jet to say, Yari, go to court. To go for go end this way. I dear Bukata some cran and one my fancy. Yeah, me said, yeah, I mean, Mrs. Also. Onipa nyina be do mo chikura me nkwa me gina nchen because I tie a bogus. I mean it's against intellectual honesty. This is a pure intellectual dishonesty. Oh no, Electoral Commission declared why okay. Electoral Commission as Abba said that we anko yi dia was mentiase. You can sack them, you can do anything, but they are holding into the constitution. Say we will never allow anybody to use a mighty fist to control the system. Mopa mon fire. Anti-Electoral Commission deputy bosses, they want about one thing to also tell us, in fact, they want to do the right thing. After that, take them to court, period. Until on the 7th, now, more canon. On the 7th, now, me with somewhere was here, a day. What are they going to do? A day, no more. And no, I mean, Tiasi, Yanko Hamra. Na NDC Kushiae. NDC Kushiae. Na Asiedu Nketia, Ekikan in Simbi home. ENT.
To congratulate and thank the youth wing of the National Democratic Congress for the yeoman's role you played during the period for the preparation, execution, and completion of the electoral victory of the party. I thank you very much. I don't know how to thank you enough. But you did it for yourself. Because this country belongs to the youth. And you saw your future being messed up by the elephant. And you said, no way. We will recapture our future. We will define our own destiny. And that is why we are here today. My brothers and sisters, we are not out of the woods yet because we are fighting an elephant. And you know what? We are not fighting the elephant alone. We are fighting the elephant and the referee and the security. So we had to carry our referee into the ring. Thank God, we had a technical knockout. And that's how come the referee was forced to declare us winners against her own will. And so they are down, but they believe they are not out yet. In my basic psychology, I studied about something we call elusive grieving process. You know what it is? What it is that when somebody suffered a trauma
or a humiliating defeat such as that which was suffered by the new patriotic party and its surrogates, the Electoral Commission, and the other apparatchiks. What happens is that they land in a state of denial. To begin with, they don't believe that something like that has happened. They'll be living in some dreamland. And out of their dreams, they enter into what you call momentary madness. And so they are capable of doing anything. So, if you are their sympathizer, what you do is that you allow them to express this momentary madness for a while. So MPP and Electoral Commission and their surrogates in the security services are going through elusive grieving process. So let us allow them space to mess around for a while.
Right. So, General Okasaya Chichrimwa, let's say, Ninchrim Nana say, Omon train, a day I best swim in. So when they sworn in, they will start the action. And Nami Busao say, O Predator say, from on the 6th, 9 to 7 to 8, and then Agana BCI amount in your eyes based on the evidence around. Are you interested? The international communities are monitoring. Each and everyone is monitoring. We are all seeing what's going on. The event at Ayokoso. I mean, the baby to resolve issues are a court. And to be any further thing to resolve any issue, then it become a threat to the country's democracy. Almost a year about, So we are all watching. Let us see. So truly, the NDC John Mahama's administration is going to be a government rule of law and a or they are going to do it upside down with tyranny, autocracy, bullying, and violence. And would be your mobile. I mean, we are all watching them. And in fact, maybe a Ghana General is under crossroads. And in Kakranka the NDC thing said 1987, 79, 81 is today 2025. Somebody must advise them. We live in the global world where everything we are doing can be captured on the internet. Those days, Rawlings was able to get through. Rawlings was able to pass through and then or get away with it. But today, if today anybody try anything, you'll be exposed because the internet is watching you. Ebenezer Sam George, a coin of us, in fact, the parliament privileges committee must call this guy and question him for so to me force Electoral Commission to declare almost share brantia no now to say brantia na nimo di gina nyina no enye ne yemu a wo de hwe na nim hwe ne dimina no almost share no na utimi say enye under duress no we no ko report man or ne superiors na o mo take decision was ye ntia say hide the reason so ye beba na ya full analysis I will live session patcho ya no like video no my de ekoso no nti obetimi aso drop or comments obetimi predict from on the 6th to 7th and beyond the Ghana betimi aye emra ya adwuma nobody fear say you are going to court. Take your evidence and go to court. Nemos also on court there and the next said to tell na begin with there in na yehwemo your friend what share but hide the reason so but drop or comments no subscribe to the channel you be back with a live session na you ba beto aso and we are seeking for some extra energy and we'll be back on live on the reason so your friend what share about me that say drop your comments mami ntie wadwene hide the reason so Baba Sadick versus Patrick Yabuama and they Baba Sadick say oh no one will be a won't ase. So we are waiting to see on the 6th night to 7. Thank you.